Hello, guild members of the internet. I am your host, Swivel Spine, and this is not live. This is recorded at a different time, mainly because I screwed up. This little cord right here that I'm supposed to plug in to make this work was not plugged in when I was recording this. So all the audio, all the funny commentary that you would have seen came from the mic on my laptop. And it sucked. Any integrated mic in any laptop I always find sucks. I don't know anybody who has ever said, yeah, mine works really good. I use it all the time. Never have I ever seen anyone say that. So, what I was trying to show right here was I leveled everybody up to level 30, and I figured out that this Petal Lip, or whatever its name is, I've never used this Pokemon, so I'm not 100% sure on its name, needs a Sunstone to evolve, so it kind of annoyed me that I don't know exactly where to get a Sunstone, although I can always look that up. As anything, I can always look anything up. But as far as everything goes, it was a good recording, and maybe, should I read this to you? No, you can read it yourself. I gave you ample time to read. I do really like to try and do voices when I record these type of things, but I'm not too sure if people like it or not. I like it. I enjoy it to the fully. One of my dreams is to one day actually record a character in a show that my niece or nephew will see. So I figured I will start off with anything I can. If I see somebody looking for a voice actor for a character in one of their YouTube videos or something like that, I will probably try out. I'm not exactly sure what they're looking for or how to actually do it, because I've never done it before. So if anybody wants to give me a chance, I'm right here. Free time. I work Monday through Fridays, Eastern Standard Time, from 6 to usually 3. And it's a pretty solid work schedule. It doesn't change too much. Although this last week, you might have noticed that there has been a lack of episodes for any game I've been playing lately, and that is mainly because I was sent to Connecticut. It was fun. It wasn't fun. It was not fun at all. As far as Connecticut goes, I have very few things to say that would be nice. It's not quite the people. Okay, yeah, it's the people. Actually, let me explain my job first. I go to different houses, apartment complexes, condos, stuff like that, and I get them ready for the next occupant. And in doing so, the neighbors and people who might have known that occupant see us come up to the house, and a lot of them are not happy. Some are happy because they didn't like their neighbors, but they are really not happy to see us because we are removing all the garbage and debris that was left behind, and we are cleaning out the house and yard to make sure it is appropriate for the next occupant. We also fix up any hazards that could potentially hurt kids that come to view the house, which, it's a job. It's actually one of the best jobs I've ever had. I really like it. It gets me outside. Other than sitting here recording, it gets me into shape. Since I've started this job, I have lost quite a bit of weight. If I showed you an old picture of me, I was probably 30 more pounds than now. And yeah, I've been working on my muscle. Yeah, like that, ladies? Yeah, come on. But yeah, I was in Connecticut, and I got back probably around late Thursday night, and I started to record this Friday morning, I'd like to say. Roughly around that time. I wasn't paying attention to the clock. But as I was recording, silly me forgot to plug in the audio jack. So all this recording just went away. What happened here was that puzzle actually took me a good 15 minutes to figure out. Once I talked to some of the NPCs around, they told me that I needed to go through her room to get to the final switch, and that just made me go, oh, I'm doing this half-ass backwards. Go me. I'm the smartest bean in the world. And so I went, and let's see, where am I right now? I'm not actually paying attention to what's on the screen. I'm kind of just watching myself record because I like to see how the camera is acting. The integrated camera is actually not that bad. I believe I am just in a trainer battle right now. No, yes, I'm fighting Victoria. That's it. I'm fighting Victoria right now. It was relatively easy and gave me a chance to get Pizlip a little bit of experience as of right here. But thank you for watching my videos. I try really hard to have this right here not happen, where you have to see me directly, because it's harder for me to talk like this. I mean, I've already said everything there was to say while I was playing the game, but now I have to make up new stuff, and you're pretty much just watching the battles that I'm not even paying attention to right now. Or you may pay attention to the corner, looking at me, my pretty face. Okay, I can't stop you anyway. Just please be gentle with her. You better win, otherwise it'll all be for nothing. But be gentle. Kiss, kiss. When it comes to the actual gym battle, she beat me quite a few times. I cut out all the losses and the little bit of training I did here and there. Da-na-na. And let's just say that... Actually, let's go back to this building right here. That doctor freaks me out. Because it always makes you think, what if I one day went to the insane asylum and I had to just talk to these doctors? And the main thought I always have is, if you're going to an insane asylum, and yes, you're crazy, but at some point you do get better, they have to tell you that you're better. You can't decide whether you're better or not. Say I act crazy, and I'm doing it on purpose, but somebody decides that I'm insane, and they send me to an insane asylum. And then when I get there, I'm as normal as can be, but even the littlest thing I take out of context, they could see as me being insane. It's like any fetishes online. Say somebody has a weird fetish, and then they were sent to the insane asylum, and that fetish comes out. There's something mentally wrong with you. From then and there out, something is wrong with you. You need to stay here, and we will fix you. All those thousands of people out there that really need this more than you, forget them. I always try to think of different things that just make no sense. Case in point would be, if you're driving really fast on the highway, and then you go through that median in between a big grassy area, you're not supposed to. It's against the law. And the main thing that I think of is, who made that law? It's probably on the internet somewhere. Someone had to make a law to not drive on that grass because somebody tried it at some point. And that's where I think most laws come from. Somebody tried something, it went wrong, and now there's a law for it. Or somebody thought of trying something, thought it was a stupid idea, then there was a law made for it. any when you go into a job, all these OSHA rules, uh, they prob I'm not exactly sure when OSHA started, but that those rules were not there to start off with. Somebody had to mess up, and then they had to make that rule, or you can get trouble at work. One of the rules was at one of my old jobs when I used to cut trees down, power lines and stuff. You had to have a 3 points of contact, which means at some point someone was jumping off the equipment and then someone got hurt. So they had to make the rule 3 points of contact, and that just goes for any job nowadays. And some of these rules can get kind of ridiculous. It's like, I can get this job done faster if that rule wasn't here. I can't think of it any top of my head, but I know it's happened to at least everybody. But for now, let's go back to this fight. I did not want to learn Razor Wind. As far as it goes, Wing Attack and Air Cutter have the stab damage, and Razor Wind does not, and it takes 2 turns, and sure, it has a high critical hit rate, but I will probably never use it. Now, I believe... no, that's not the last trainer. It didn't occur to me that when it came to this puzzle, that I was trying to be on the bottom near the entrance when all these bookcases came up, instead of being on top and then maybe a ladder coming down allowing me to go up. So what I was trying to do in the beginning was get both the red and the yellow side to go all the way up, to leave the middle and get the middle to go up at the end. No, turn that around. I was trying to get the purple one to go all the way up, leaving the red and yellow down, so at the end I can hit all those switches to go up. But I couldn't. You can't do that. There's no way. I wasted quite a lot of time with the wrong train of thought. It was horrible. It was bad. The MVP of this whole gym, I'm gonna have to give that to Vipek. Vipek was definitely the main hard hitter in this whole gym. Problem was, a lot of these bug Pokemon know rock moves, and that was no good for the flying types. So you kind of had to deal. When it comes to my team, as of right now, I'm probably gonna remove Ursaring and maybe I'm torn between Vipek and Zelik as of right now, mainly because I really like Zelik once he evolves, because I have a dragon flying, but electric flying is also a big help. Guy will probably come in and out of the team, mainly because I need or would like to have Ghost and Water. I need to even out my teams, and when it comes to those two, I'm still thinking about it. Alright, here's how to actually do the puzzle. Start with the right one, go all the way up, hit the second switch on the top, go back down, then go to the left, hit that one, then go back up and hit the one all the way to the left. Now what you can do is go back down, turn off the one on the right, which brings that down. Oh yeah, turn them both off. Turn both off, go back up. Then you can turn on this one, which will lower the one on the right. Then you can hit the one on the right, and then you can go all the way down, hit both switches again. Go ahead, hit both switches. And now, here's the part that I didn't realize is I had to leave and go through her bedroom. This trainer is not self-conscious about people going through her bedroom. And I stopped. Why did I stop? I just stopped moving. I don't know why I keep stopping. Go me, go! Go fight. I'll read this part. Hi, Swivel. What did you think of my garden library? Sorry, I'm kind of a bookworm. Actually. I just spent a lot of time reading so I could be good enough for my brother. He's so cool. He's a gym leader in Johto. I wanted to be just like him, so I came here to do this. But no matter what I did, it was never enough. He always just pretends I don't exist. It's fine though. I know my place. Sorry, we kinda got off topic. So, good luck? She wished me good luck. Let's wreck her. And in this battle, this is actually probably the 4th battle before I won. I start off with Guy to take care of this Dwibble because my flying's no good, my fire's no good. None of those things are good. So the only thing I could really do was karate chop the hell out of this bug. Not to mention the fact that the rock and the bug type moves aren't strong against fighting, so it was the only move I could really make. Normal type Pokemon are only good for the main fact that they're not weak to anything other than fighting. And here comes the MVP of the match. Scyther goes down, boom, one-shot wonder. And then she sends out Masquerain. I decided to go with one of my favorite combos that Viptech has, and that's the Nuzzle and the Electro Ball. When you do that combo, it works out really well. So there's nothing that stops you. Because when somebody gets paralyzed, their speed automatically goes all the way down. And that just allows you, and that was just a lucky hit on my part. And there's someone sneaking up behind me. He brought me a coffee. He brought me a coffee. Oh, that's nice. Everybody knows where this is from, but it's the Jamocha almond. It's delicious. I love chocolate. I love chocolate a little bit too much. Zeluk was really no help in this fight at this time, so he was just cannon fodder. I thought he would have been able to defeat the Wimmerad. I don't know exactly what type that Pokemon is. I thought it was just Bug Grass, maybe, but it might be Bug Rock, too. Because the flying didn't do super effective damage. It does have really high defense, which confused me. And I need to look up on I need to go to the Cerebi and look up Pokemon information a little bit. Because there's a lot I don't know. I just kind of go through the old games, like, hey, I'm gonna choose a Pokemon that look cool, I like these Pokemon. I might do a top 5 Pokemon and then top hated 5 at some point, if you'd like to see that. If you care what my favorites are and which ones I don't like at all. Psyshock. I decided I like Psyshock, and Psyshock is stronger than Psybeam, so we switched it out. And I keep looking behind me because I feel he's watching me through the door. He's a creep. Go to Thumb Wars. That's a channel with both of us. He's a creep. Look at my facial movements. Alright, so we finished this battle off with Viptech, I believe, actually. I think Viptech actually nuzzles it, because all I wanted him to do, the only thing I wanted him to do was just hit him with the acrobatics. One of my favorite flying moves, because I don't really put items on my Pokemon. So when I get the acrobatics moves, it's a 55 damage, I think, and without an item, it doubles the power, so 110. Why not? Yeah, I probably will never live up to his expectations, but it's okay, you really did well. Swivel received the Cocoon Badge. Since you have the badge now, Pokemon up to level 40 are probably... Now, Pokemon up to level 40 are probably gonna like you. It also lets you use the move Rock Smash outside of battle. And, here, take this, please. I received Struggle Bug. None of my Pokemon can use that. That contains a pretty useful move, both defensive. It can do damage and lower the special attack. And, yeah, sorry. Just call it my thanks for, helping me deal with... Yeah. Alright, and from here on out, I will go live. Because I didn't finish the episode. I'm gonna continue. And I lied.
Swivel. Sorry, I, forgot to mention earlier. Actually, the Reborn League has a reserve leader for every type, that is... Reserve leader for every type, that is, when a gym leader retires, the reserve. Of course, since Heather's dad was, you know. That means the Poison Reserve leader is not the new gym leader. But they maybe don't know that yet. So, I think you should go to the Grand Hall and tell Ame what happened. That way they can get it sorted. Would you do that? Sorry to impose. Good luck?
And I lied. Something happened with the audio again. I just don't know what it is, but it seems like I can record perfectly fine like this, but when it comes to actually recording at the same time, either the program I'm using is not working correctly, or it's just my camera, although my camera works fine here. Hi! So what I'm going to do now is we're going to walk back down. We're going to do a couple fights, have a little fun. Yeah, lots of fun. So we're going to head back down towards the stairwell. A little laggy this game gets sometimes from transition from town to town. But people here seem to be having fun. This is pretty cool! Now I can evolve my Machoke. I wonder exactly what method of infusion was used. 10,000 yeesh! Technology these days. Oh, I think I'll get one of these for my Kadabra. Presenting! Introducing! Right here, right now, you can get a prototype edition fully functional Link Stone for just $10,000. Be the first to try it. What do you say? No, I do not have the money. I'm not even close to having the money. I'm afraid you can't afford this. Anyone else? What's going on over there? I decided to walk around a little bit. I sometimes forget the houses I go in. So you see me just enter, exit, the fun stuff. The Link Zone, it's so silly. It's silly like that time with my cousin on the very barge. So let's go down. This gentleman right here. Oh, I guess I could battle you. Maybe. It's just my day. Okay, let's battle. Seems like fun. Let's do it. Assurance. I think that's a little bit of a weird name for an attack. Assurance. I'm assured that you're gonna die. I hate confusion. A lot of Pokemon know how to confuse my Pokemon these days. I'm gonna level up Gi to at least 35. Also, I'm gonna forget to switch her out quite a bit, so you're gonna see a lot of her. More than needed. Things. If you notice I look up behind me a lot, I feel like there's always someone behind me. I'm that paranoid sometimes. There's someone behind me. Is it a ghost? Is it an entity of the spiritual kind? Who knows? Maybe it's you, you creeper. I know it's you. I see you, staring at me, with your big round eyes. You look good tonight. What are you doing this Friday? Oh, you don't want to go on a date. Oh, I'm saying, okay. Okay. I understand. It's okay. You do want to go on anyway. You know what? Okay. I think there's 3 battles that I have to go through before actually getting through this. I'm looking for a Minecraft set, I think it was. I need to find it, and it's somewhere within here that I can get it. And I don't know what it is about the game at this point, but it just seems to be lagging like crazy when I played it. I have no other apps up, and I've played games much that will actually take much more RAM than this to play. Even on the worst computer, you should be able to play this. So I think it's the game itself. I messed with the settings a little bit because it would glitch all the time. Did somebody just walk behind me? There's no one else in this house. That was creepy. Okay. Punkaboo. I like Punkaboo. I've never actually had Punkaboo in my party, and I would like to go and catch one if I can. My cat just walked past me. When it comes to Punkaboo, I wasn't sure of its type. Originally, I thought maybe it was Fire Grass, which would have been weird. Is there a Fire Grass Pokemon? I don't think there is. But Fire Grass would have been cool. Ghost, Grass, and Fire are those 3 types that I thought Punkaboo could have been. Because Boo, Ghost, Pumpkin, Grass, just plant in general, and during Halloween, you put candles inside of a pumpkin. There you go, Punkaboo. What would its weakness be? If it had all 3 of those, I don't think it'd have a weakness. Because water would be taken out by the grass, then grass, the water would also take out the fire, and then it would also take out a lot of other things. But as far as those things go, I'm not exactly sure what you would do with that. Huh. Things to think about. I have to learn to pause, or not pause, mute. This guy was singing, and I thought that was funny. There's a lot of singers in this game, and me myself, I love to sing. So when Kane sings, you will hear me sing. I'll just sit there and be like, "The world is a beautiful place, and I want your face on my face. I'm gonna punch your lips with my own, softly 'cause I love you, girl." Yeah? Like that? Pretty good. Yeah? Don't wanna kiss me? Okay, I understand. Just this once though. If you deny me the next time, we're gonna have issues. Lots of issues. I'm really close to the camera. I really don't like recording my episodes like this at all, because I think I said this before with the other half, I don't feel like I'm actually playing the game at this point. Even though I've actually played the game and I'm playing it right now, it shows me playing the game. I like to be live. I like, well, not live. I like the recording to be with the video, because now everything I've said, I've forgotten what I said, because it's always a spur of the moment talk, and when it's spur of the moment talk, you don't know what you're going to say when it's not spur of the moment. I can go on about a lot of different things, but what can I talk about other than this Ursaring is now fighting Mischievous? I'm pretty sure I said something during the fight, because I'm in the heat of the moment of the battle, but as of right now, I'm not in the heat of the moment of the battle. So I'm going to solve these problems, figure out what I need to do. Either that, or I'm just going to get rid of the camera altogether until I figure it out. So the next couple episodes will probably be no camera, just my voice, and you can just imagine my face while you play the game. It's getting dark out. I've spent most of the day messing with this video after the Chuck E. Cheese. If you one of the followers on Twitter that actually follow me on Twitter, I posted pictures of the creepy mascots at the Chuck E. Cheese. They're a little freaky, and the guy or girl who was in the mascot uniform, so lazy. If you're gonna have the job of dressing up as a furry, I mean Chuck E. Cheese, not furry, Chuck E. Cheese, then get into it. I mean, come on, you're here for the kids. And there's my clone. Well, look who would, if it isn't Swivel, looking like a lost puppy as usual. I was just telling Ame here about your little accident with the barrel gym leader. It's really unfortunate. I was worried about him for the exact reason. Yeah, whatever. Look, tell ya to be ready by the time I get there. See, also doing the reading is a little bit off balance because the way I said it was different, so it's off when I do read it. The game runs smoothly sometimes when I'm playing, but when I go to look at it after the recording, it seems to skip. Not skip. It lags itself, I guess you could say. A game I've been playing, actually, other than the Pokemon game, and it's really kept my attention so far, is Conception 2. It just came out, I believe, Tuesday, and I got it that day. God forbid I trade in some games to GameStop that I never play anymore, because I'm one of those people who doesn't have the room to collect a lot of stuff. I'm running the wrong way. That bookshelf back there is full, and I have no other place to put my books, so it's just piling on top. I've stopped buying manga. I've been collecting manga since I was 11. I believe I got my first book, and for the life of me, I can't remember what it was. It has to be somewhere in that pile. I could go back there and look for the oldest book I have. If I had to take a guess of which one it was, it's probably Dean Angel. Dean Angel was definitely one of my first, and still one of my favorites to this day, although when the anime came out itself, I was very disappointed. I don't like it when the story cuts off from the... My phone went off, I just threw it. The same person is trying to call me over and over again, and I just talked to them maybe 5 minutes before this, telling them I was going to be doing this, and they just don't listen. People just don't listen. I love my friends, but they do not listen. That's creepy. I'm going to have to go back through this and see what that shadow was. That's really creepy. But here, I'm taking on Fern again. And Fern, as always, I hate Fern. I kind of want to punch him. The main fact that he has the word swag in front of his name makes me just want to choke him out. Just, I'm going to choke you out, Fern. I'll just use my big muscly arm to choke him out. And I forgot that Luculio, Snoop Dogg here, is water grass. And I forget quite a lot when it comes to these double type-ins. I forget, because originally it was just everybody had one type, and then as the years go by, you'd think I would get used to two types of Pokemon and figure out what it's weak to, what it's not weak to. For the most part, I remember. For other parts, I don't. And what can you do? It's just something you need to do. Yeah, that was a great sentence. Something you need to do. What would you do? And let's get back to Conception 2 for a second. Conception 2 reminds me of a little bit of Persona, which I've played all the Persona games. Not lately, but I do have Persona 3 FES on my PS3. And I maybe should get back to that. Those games are so long though, but when it comes to this game, it's just... They seem to want jiggle physics where jiggle physics aren't needed. I mean, if the cat... Not cat, there's a cat right here. If the girl is at standstill and turns slightly to the left, I shouldn't have two water balloons just bouncing up and down randomly for at least 5 minutes, and she's biting me. What the fuck are you doing? Come here, you. Ugh. You're gonna be on TV. Get my cord. Alright. Here's my cat. She's gonna be in for the rest of the episode. Apparently she wants to lick my ear. She can't. She can't just sit on my lap. You just hit my mic, you bitch. Let go. Let go. Nope. Just sit down, you. There you go. This is my cat, Toru. She snuck in. I usually close the door before I start recording, but you know what? This time, I didn't. She is 9 years old. Doesn't she look like she's 4? Nope. Love you. Love you, Poke. Alright. So for the main part, I'm gonna work on the recording issue, and if I can't figure out why it's not recording like I'm like, my PC should be good enough to run higher resolution games and stuff like that without any real problem. And when it kind of it really pisses me off when things like this happen, because I feel like it shouldn't happen. And if I can't figure out why it's happening, then I just gotta solve the problem myself, now don't I? This battle's almost over. He really didn't stop rubbing against the mic. He really didn't give me too much of a problem. Oh yes, I remember. At this point, I asked if there is a Pokemon around this area that you feel would be a better asset to my team than what I have right now, then let me know. Just say, in this area, there's this Pokemon. If you search long enough, and he should be, or he or she, depending on which Pokemon it is, will be a better asset to your team than what you already have. Like Vinlick, I mean, it's a normal type. You can always replace a normal type. That's the worst type there is in the game, in my opinion, because it's not strong against anything, and it's weak against fighting. It has a weakness, but it doesn't have a strength. What the hell? I think normal should at least be strong. I would say not psychic. Dragon got weak against fairies, so they got that. They could have just skipped out on the whole fairy thing. Although I do like fairy. It kind of gave Gardevoir a little bit of a boost, not being weak against dark, but it is now weak against poison. Is that the way? No, very strong against poison. Still trying to figure out those typing. But thanks for watching. See you next time.